It looks like they used this bracket to connect it to this leg. Well, and then they use screws here to trap the bracket to keep it from sliding. The screw isn't connected to the countertop. They have one screw, and then they put these screws on the edges. The same here, so that the leg wouldn't slide out, because they have this bracket on an uneven surface. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do.
We have been working on the mudroom, and I'm going to share that with you after I show you this pleasant scene in our backyard property. It's really starting to feel like spring finally. Our willow is starting to get leaves, and we had some little visitors come to the yard that I wanted to show you all. We had some deer. They were coming in the yard to eat the duck and chicken food, the scratch that we spread out on the grass. And I wanted to share it because it's so funny how the ducks just kind of go on with life as normal. Like there aren't 4 or 5 deer standing here in our yard. Nature just always amazes me. Sometimes I feel like our backyard looks like a scene from, I think it's Bambi, that Disney movie where all the animals are together and happy and there's music playing. I get that vibe from our backyard sometimes. So I wanted to share it with you all, and then we'll get back to the mudroom renovation. So now we're back in the mudroom where Matt is thoroughly disgusted with whoever put this countertop together. As you can see, they did a horrible job. These posts that the countertop sits on, they're not even flat on the top. I don't know who did this, and I don't know what they were thinking. For those of you that don't know, Matt is a mechanical engineer. He went to school for that, and that's what he does for his career. And when he does a project, he does it right. He researches the right way to do it, and he follows those instructions. So for him to see this countertop and how it was put together, I think he's just absolutely disgusted by it. Just pure disgust.
Yeah, like whoever put this up has used all these different screws with different types of drive mechanisms. So this is a square drive. This is a Phillips head. I think I've also seen a star one in here somewhere. It's like they went in a bucket of random screws and just grabbed a handful of them and put this together. Okay, all different lengths. There's a long one, a short one. There's these. I mean, these are all these are the screws that were used like for the same fastener locations. Longer one. There's 3 of them that were at least the same.
I don't think they hired professionals to install this and create this little countertop. That's just my feeling.
Well, I'm not a professional, and I at least use the same screws.
So after getting out all those screws from this countertop, they are ready to take this countertop out of this house so it will never be seen again.
I'm going to just take it out into the garage, okay? So just maybe kick it over onto the ground, okay?
So they finally got the countertop out of the house. They pushed a bunch of our stuff aside and were able to get it out. The next part of this project for me is getting rid of stuff that we have accumulated in this room. But for now, as you can see, everything's kind of out of the space, so we have an idea of putting a plan together of what we want to do. And I'm going to show that to you in a minute. We drew up a plan and I have a design plan and I'm very excited about it.
Because there's the screw holding that bracket in place.
So this is what was holding the countertop up. I don't know who did this project, but as you can see, this isn't even a flat top. These look like they're made for like a front porch handrail or something. It's really poor judgment on someone's part. Somebody's DIY project gone wrong.
They had these brackets blocked up because they wanted the countertop higher, I guess. I don't know if this was supposed to hold this block in place. Whatever.
We have found a lot of things like this in this house as we've done things to like fix the house up. We found evidence of projects like this where somebody was doing some renovations that they really shouldn't have been.
A lot of electrical related stuff I've found.
So while Matt takes these brackets off the wall, I wanted to share with you all my general design plan, my vision for this mudroom. I had a really hard time deciding what to do in this room, so I finally settled on this design that basically mimics the rest of the house. It's really simple. I might do this wallpaper that's in this picture. We've already purchased some tile flooring that is similar to this picture, and the two lights might not be exactly those lights, but something like that over each window. I'm going to show you in more detail in the actual room in a second with Matt, but this is the general idea of what we want it to look like.
Okay, back to the laundry room and mudroom renovation. We haven't made a lot of progress other than moving the washer and dryer from one side of the room to the other and then back. Miss Big asked why we wouldn't put it on the other side, closer to the utilities, the dryer vent and the gas line. So we tried that and then realized that washer doors can't be reversed. So when we put it against that wall, the washer door opened against the wall and you'd have to walk around it to get in, which we didn't like. So move the washer and dryer back to this side, and that's where we'll keep it, so that as you can see, the doors open towards the wall and doesn't block your path to put in laundry. So we've also worked on the drain and venting for the plumbing. Have to move the dryer vent now from where it is currently up to behind the dryer, which I'll do. I'm gonna move the gas line, and then I have to do some plumbing work so that the plumbing isn't in the way of the washer and dryer stack, pushing it as far against the wall as we can. So we're also going to do some electrical work. We're gonna add, well, let me back up. We're gonna have a countertop here now with a sink. And then over here, we're gonna put a refrigerator, a spare refrigerator, freezer, and some cabinetry. So once we have this countertop there, we'll put an outlet here and move this switch, put an outlet here so that you have electrical for anything you might want to put on the countertop.
And we ordered a beautiful, what is it? It's a farmhouse sink.
Farmhouse, like an apron front farmhouse style sink.
From Lowe's, and it's like a white, what is it, ceramic?
White, yeah.
Or porcelain?
Porcelain.
And it's gonna go centered, right?
Yeah.
Right on the window. So when you're standing at the sink, you can look out the window. You wanna, this is the plan he drew up.
The washer dryer, the cabinet above there, there's the window, the countertop, the sink, cabinetry. This will be, I think this is gonna be a pull-out waste bin. And this is going to be for the cat litter box with a through door.
Yes, because the litter box over here, it stinks. Even though we clean it a lot. We don't like the smell of the, what is it, the litter?
The waste, the cat waste.
No, but we don't like the smell of the it's like the litter that you pour in there. It has a smell. We don't even like that smell. And then we're also gonna, after you do that, you're gonna do this whole wall, right?
Correct. That'll be a bench with cabinetry, like locker style cabinetry behind the bench for coats and whatever you might need to put away.
And there'll be doors on those lockers, because in other houses we've had open lockers like this and it turns into a big mess that you look at. So we'll have doors on those. Okay.
Flooring, I think we're replacing the flooring too, right?
Yeah. We decided, since we're doing all this, we may as well, if we think we want a new floor, we should just do it now, right?
Yep.
And we kind of have the tile, but it's under a bunch of stuff. It's just a black, looks like slate, but it's not slate. Did you already talk about the lights that are going to be above?
Oh, and some lights. What do you call those? Pendant? Not pendant.
Like a
crane neck
yeah,
style. I don't know. What do you call it? 2 lights, one above each window.
yeah. We're going to put 2 lights, one above each window, and I'm going to insert a picture in this so you can see which lights I picked out. I don't know what they're called. Like you would see them on like outdoor buildings like barns and stuff.
So shout out to Miss Biggs. If you got any more cute, brilliant ideas, just keep them to yourself, eh?
No, keep them coming. No. That was good advice.
I'm teasing, yeah.
That was actually really good. We were kind of disappointed that we couldn't leave the washer and dryer over on that side.
Yeah.
If we were doing it from the start, we could have bought the right kind of washer and dryer that opened in the right direction.
To clarify, actually, there are very few washer models for those getting into a project like this or wondering. There are some where the door is reversible, but by default, most dryers open in this direction and do not have a door that you can switch. So it opens this way, and I think based on what I found is it's just because the door locks when you start a load. There's switches and electrical in here that they don't always make it possible for you to switch it to the other side. But there are some models. I did find some. I don't remember which brands, but the one we have isn't capable of switching the door.
So this is where we're going to end our mudroom update for this week. Hopefully next week we have more progress to show. Grandma and I were having coffee outside this morning because it was so warm outside and beautiful, and she wanted me to say hello to everyone, and she loves reading all of the comments, and we have not done a video with Grandma lately, so we are probably gonna have a video this week, midweek, just to give you an update on Grandma's life and all the exciting stuff that Grandma's been doing. Thank you all once again for tuning in this week. We love that you're here and we love your support. We will see you all soon and hope you enjoyed this video.